So this is a very unique wine that we have.
Very unique wine?
Very unique wine. It's still wine, actually, so not bubbles, but still wine. And this is a
Still wine in champagne?
In champagne,
No,
yes.
it's not true.
I know this is very unusual, but this is something that our cellar master wanted to experiment.
Yes.
So this is a very unique bottle. So this is called Hommage à Camille, so a tribute to the great grandmother of our CEO.
Was one of the important, yes.
Very important lady in the house who ran the business for 40 years, and the house was almost bankrupt at that time. And this lady, she used to welcome a lot of people here, and instead of giving some champagne, she gave some still wine. So this wine that we have released now recently.
This is white wine?
White wine and red wine, and is a both, and is a tribute to this lady who was the great grandmother.
Red wine and white wine produced in Champagne.
In Champagne,
when
yes.
in Champagne normally is only Champagne.
Only bubbles, yes, exactly. So very unusual.
And how much does it cost, this one?
So this one, retail price, depending on the country, we are around
a medium, an average.
On average, 120 euros.
120 euros for bottle.
For bottle, exactly.
And
the production is under 2,000 bottles for the whole world.
2,000 bottles
Yes,
for the whole.
exactly.
And how much of them you bring in Albania?
You are quite lucky to have some of them, actually.
We have some of them.
Yeah, you have some of them in
Maybe
in Albania.
we need some more?
This one is available. If we have more volume, we'll be happy to ship more to Albania.
And which is the most expensive bottle you have in your house?
In our house, let's say it should probably be Crystal, but Crystal Vinotech. So Crystal Vinotech is a bottle of crystal that we keep for 20 years, more than 20 years in our cellars. And we have it in magnums format as well. And this one is the most expensive.
How much is less or more?
This one, on a wine list, you can probably find it at probably, between 3,000 to 5,000 euros.
3,000 to 5,000 euros?
As a magnum, huh?
As a magnum,
As
yes.
a magnum.
But double
Yes.
bottles, let's say.
Yes, exactly. But it's a bottle that has been kept for 20 years in our cellars. So, it's a lot of time. So the bottle is getting more and more complexity, depth, freshness, reductivity as well. So, of course, it costs a lot of money.
But maybe I'm a little bit out. But I always had the idea that the champagne is for an immediate use.
So
you are talking about the champagne 20 years old.
Exactly. Champagne is like a great wine. Champagne is like a great Bordeaux, a great Burgundy. It's a wine before all, and if the wine is a great wine, as all the other wine, you can keep it for a very, very long time. And our vision at Louis Roeder, our DNA, is to craft champagne that can age for a very, very long time.
Very, very long time.
Very long time, yeah.
And which is the longest?
In our cellars, we have bottles of crystal dated from the 1950s.
1950s?
Yes, exactly, which are
75 years old?
Yes, which are still in perfect condition, still bubbly, fresh, so...
75 years old champagne. 75 vjeçare champagne. And now we are drinking the champagne of your...
Of my vintage, of my birth year, exactly. So just do that.
Kristal nga 1993 nga Aleksandr. Alexander, how do you discover Albania?
That was my first visit when I joined the company. So I joined Louis Roeder in 2018.
Yes.
This beautiful house with these beautiful wines. And my first trip to, as an export manager, as I'm traveling a lot, my first trip was to go to Albania.
First trip
in this company for me was Albania. And it was to appoint Alejandro Group as our exclusive distributor in Albania. Yeah. So still a very great relationship that we have together.
And you visit often Albania?
Not as often as I should. I would love to come back. So last visit was 3 years ago.
And how is going Crystal to Albania?
It's great. I mean, Crystal is going great everywhere, But business in Albania is good, is developing, is expanding. As I know, the country is developing as well, so it's actually a good sign.
Which is, let's say, the biggest market you have?
Biggest market at Roeder is the US market. Yes, after Italy and Japan, but yes, our biggest is the US.
Duhet falenderojmë Aleksandrin që edhe Lolën e Alandro Group që jemi të ftuar në shtëpinë e Louis Roeder ose në shtëpinë Roeder në Reims të Francës për një drek. Tu keni edhe menyn, pastaj le ta filmoj vetë regjizori. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alex.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
They're actually just one at 14 in town. And second one would be so the no beans are not, but we need and what about the
For example, I had an interview 3 days ago with the owner of Lonely Planet. You remember? This is a very interesting guy from Britain who created the.
it's definitely not like Iran?
They don't have seed.
Yes.
Also, we have a very, very rich cultural tradition.
Little surprise for you from Alexis.
Thank you, Alexis.
Theory. He's got the birth.
Yeah. My birthday, of course.
Birthday, of course.
Beautiful way.
I just drink my meditation. That's the
Yes. It's a surprise.
And we have also the amazing churches, amazing, most of the old ones, because we are the area of the Roman Empire, the Greek civilization. It's full of the history, very rich in history.
and in the Balkans, there are people Balkans and history as well. So with all the neighboring countries, with which one you get along, with which one, or is it
All the Balkan countries, they have big problems with them.
Yes, I know.
I know, even not all, Serbia, Croatia, Serbia, Bosnia, Serbia, Albania, Greece.
Albania?
Has been more protected because in 1912, when the independence of Albania were governed by the Ottoman Empire, half of the Albanian population were left out by a decision made by the big powers. And at that time, let's say the population of Albania was something like 2 million, 1 million were left in Albania, 1 million were left in Kosovo and Macedonia part. Kosovo, the Yugoslavia, then let's say Serbia doesn't accept Kosovo.
Yes.
But this hasn't changed nothing because Kosovo is recognized by 120 most important states in the world. United States, France, Britain, Germany. It's only Serbia, and there are 4 or 5 countries recognized.